Pretty cringe right here. Borderlands game executive compares himself to the Beatles after film flop. The greatest musical act of all time, the Beatles, had a 25% hit rate. Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford has compared himself to the Beatles following the release of the flop Borderlands film. Gearbox has had a rough few weeks. The long-awaited Borderlands film has only made a reported $31 million US in box office sales compared to a budget of $110 million, and is coming to streaming services to try and recoup some of those losses. To make things worse, yeah, we talked about this morning. Thanks, Pinky. I had no idea. They have completely botched Risk of Rain 2 as well. To make things worse, the first Risk of Rain 2 DLC to be released since Gearbox purchased the IP in 2022 from Hoppo had a disastrous launch, with fans complaining that Seekers of the Storm is more expensive than previous expansions and is full of bugs. Not full of bugs, full of game-breaking bugs. It is an absolute atrocity. Nightmare fuel. It is really, really, really bad, which is affecting every version of the game. One of the developers went on to admit that the PC version of the game was in a really bad place following the launch. It is terribly bad. However, ignoring the many issues, Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford took to social media to shout about Risk of Rain 2 and Seekers of the Storm topping the Steam charts. "We did it," he wrote on X. No, you didn't. Just because your name is attached to Gearbox, it doesn't mean you did anything for Risk of Rain 2. You ruined the Borderlands movie. The last two Borderlands games were horrible. "Why are you like this, dude?" wrote one fan before Pitchford called them a hater. No, they're a realist. You're a hater, Randy Pitchford. Quote, "I am doubting your judgment and shot calling ability to do anything good anymore," replied the fan. "I'm going to keep making stuff," said Pitchford. "I wish everything could be a hit, but that is not how it works. The greatest musical act of all time, the Beatles, had a 25% hit rate. I'm sure every song they recorded was done with love and commitment to the art and belief in the quality of their work. When artists have a miss, that's when they need fans the most to root them on so they are motivated to keep creating," he continued. "I don't know if I will ever make anything again that you like, but wouldn't it be better for you to have that chance to decide than for artists to never create again after a marketplace miss?" This is a bit different in my opinion. Like Yoko. Outside, bro. Ah, dang. Yeah. Randy comparing himself to the Beatles. LMFAO. Yes, agreed. "Please don't compare yourself to the Beatles. Even their worst stuff is gold. Alien, Colonial Marines, and your recent Borderlands movie. That's in a league of their own manure," said one fan, with another writing. "When the Beatles released new songs, they didn't retroactively make their older songs significantly worse and or literally impossible to listen to. They also didn't do this to other people's music." Gearbox has confirmed that Borderlands 4 is due for release at some point in next year for PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Yeah, look, man. I think that obviously, as I was expecting, and my own thoughts about this was, you don't do that. You know, this is quite a different situation. You want to compare yourself to the Beatles, brother? Get wrecked. No way. Obviously, you know, artists in every medium have the potential to have things that aren't necessarily up to par with some of the other things they've done, right? But there's definitely something to be said for artists that continue to have trends of moving upwards, as opposed to Randy Pitchford here, where Borderlands looks like it is dried up. Yeah, we'll see with Borderlands 4, I guess, but I don't think anybody should be really holding their breath here. And let's not forget the fact that most of the time Borderlands 4 was created, it was also being created underneath Embracer. And we all know how things have gone with Embracer over the past couple of years, right? So, yes, obviously, Gearbox is not owned by Embracer anymore, but that doesn't change the fact of where the majority of this game was created, right? And to be fair, yeah, Randy Pitchford and Gearbox haven't been doing phenomenal stuff for a while now. Obviously, this franchise in Borderlands became iconic because the first 2 games were bangers. Absolutely, they were great. I loved both of them. The pre-sequel was quite bland in my opinion. I couldn't even finish it. I didn't even stick into the Borderlands vibes. I didn't play the third one. I heard it was okay. It wasn't of the caliber of the first 2 from what I heard, but you know, I never worked my way into it. I think Tiny Tina's Wonderland was mostly considered good, but still not of the caliber of the first 2, and we'll see what the 4th one brings. But this is a bad look right here, in my opinion. Randy Pitchford should probably just shut his mouth and let the if he's really got anything good left up his sleeve, let the work talk for itself. You know what I mean? Just shut up, and if you have anything good left, it'll speak for itself, man.